Imagine this. Your YouTube channel is getting views. Your team is posting every week, and the numbers look fine. Then, your boss drops one question that punches a hole in your chest. Cool, but how many deals did those videos close? You smile like you're thinking, but your brain is sprinting because you already know the truth. The channel looks busy, but it's not moving revenue. And here's the part that should scare you even more. Your best salesperson is closing deals anyway, even without your best video. They're doing it with a simple play. One short video sent to a prospect, one link to the right YouTube clip, and one sentence that makes the buyer feel safe. So let me ask you the uncomfortable question. What if your YouTube strategy is failing because it's being built by the wrong people? What if the fix isn't better editing, better thumbnails, or posting more, but letting your best salespeople influence the channel from the start? Because right now, buyers are doing most of the journey alone. The research says they can get about 77% of the way through their decision before they even talk to sales. That means by the time your salesperson finally gets a call, the buyer isn't asking, "What do you do?" They're asking, "Why should I trust you?" Let's make it real. There's a company I'll call Brightcore. They sell complex business-to-business software, long sales cycle, legal review, security questions, and a price that makes people swallow hard. Their marketing team was talented and hardworking. They had a calendar, clean graphics, and professional videos like Our Mission, Meet the Team, Product Review, and conference recaps. The channel looked legit, but sales sounded miserable. In sales meetings, you heard the same complaints on repeat. These leads are junk. They don't get what we do. They're shocked by the price. They compare us to cheaper tools. They're nervous about implementation. They don't trust us yet. Marketing would fire back, but the videos are performing. And that's when the silent war started. Sales thought marketing was chasing vanity metrics. Marketing thought sales wasn't following up. Both teams were busy. Nobody felt like one team, and the research is blunt about what that costs. Misalignment between sales and marketing bleeds productivity, wastes spend, and stalls pipeline at a massive scale. And many marketing leads never even get contacted in the first place. Then the CEO did something that felt weird but ended up being the best move they made all year. They invited the top salesperson, Maya, into the YouTube strategy meeting, not to give feedback in a polite way, to influence the plan. Maya watched the last few videos quietly, like a coach watching a game tape. Then she said one sentence that changed the room. These videos answer what we want to say, not what the buyers are afraid to ask. And she didn't say it like an insult. She said it like a diagnosis. Then she opened up a beat-up notebook full of real questions she hears every week. Why are you more expensive? How fast will we see results? Will this work in our industry? What happens if implementation fails? How is this different from the competitor we already know? What's the real return on investment? She looked at marketing and said, if you build videos that answer these, I'll close more deals. And in that moment, marketing finally understood the real job of YouTube and business to business. It's not a stage, it's the conversation that happens before sales ever shows up. And here's the twist most people miss. In business to business, the best YouTube strategy isn't creativity first, it's objection first. Because an objection isn't a no, it's a buyer saying, I don't feel safe yet. I don't understand yet. Or I don't trust you yet. And trust is the currency now. Buyers are faster and more skeptical. They've researched competitors, read reviews, and formed opinions before your salesperson even says hello. So if your channel is built like a commercial library, it might get views, but it won't reduce fear. And fear is what slows the deal down. This is where your best salespeople become your YouTube cheat code. Salespeople live inside buyer fear every day. They hear the hesitation in someone's voice. They notice the moment a buyer says, that makes sense. but their tone says, I'm not convinced. They know the exact questions that stall deals. And when you put that kind of expert on a camera, psychology kicks in. People trust perceived experts faster. Authority bias. They feel safer when they hear proof from real situations. Social proof. They lean in when the person sounds like them and understands their world. Similarity. And they relax when the explanation is simple and clear. Cognitive ease. That's why sales-led video works. It doesn't just inform, it lowers the mental cost of saying yes. So Brightcore made a rule. Marketing would stop guessing and sales would stop complaining. Every week, sales would hand marketing the fuel. Marketing would turn it into videos that move deals forward. Step 1 was simple. Mind the front line. Every Friday, Maya and the team listed the top 10 objections they heard that week. Not theory, not brand messaging, real objections. Price, timing, trust, confusion. Competitor comparisons, security, implementation, training, internal buy-in. We tried something like this before. Then marketing took each objection and turned it into a video title the way a buyer would actually search for it. Not pricing overview, more like why this costs more than the cheaper tools and when it's worth it. Not implementation process, more like what implementation really looks like in the first 30 days. Not competitive differentiators, more like we compared ourselves to the cheapest option and here's what breaks. That title shift sounds small, but it changes everything because buyers don't search in marketing categories, buyers search in sentences. Sales hears those sentences every day. Marketing usually doesn't, so sales became the translator. Marketing thinks workflow optimization, buyers search, why does our process fall apart when one person is out? Sales hears the exact sentence on calls. When sales influences YouTube, you stop writing like a brochure and start answering what keeps buyers up at night. Then Brightcore stole something else from sales. The way salespeople talk when someone is nervous. Maya taught marketing a simple pattern she used on calls. Listen, acknowledge, ask, respond, confirm. It sounds basic, but it's magic on video because it makes the viewer feel understood. Here's how it looked in a price video. First, you listen. If you're thinking we're expensive, I get it. Then you acknowledge. Nobody wants to pick the wrong tool and get blamed. Then you ask, can I ask what expensive means to you? Monthly cost, total cost, or time your team loses today? And then you respond, here's what we see. Cheaper tools often cost you in rework, delays, and extra hires. And then finally you confirm. If your goal is the lowest price, we might not be your best fit, but if your goal is fewer fires and faster results, this is why teams choose us. That video doesn't feel like a pitch, it feels like a helpful human, and that's what buyers reward with trust. The research points out that objections are basically requests for more information. And when you answer them early, you remove friction and speed up deals. Now here's where the YouTube part gets serious. Brightcore stopped treating YouTube like a social feed and started treating it like search infrastructure. Because in 2024 to 2026, YouTube has become a major discovery engine with videos showing up heavily in search results and the platform behaving like a search channel, not just entertainment. That means your channel should be built like a library of answers, not a museum of brand content. The goal becomes simple. When a buyer searches a scary question, your expert shows up and reduces that fear. So Brightcore organized the channel across the funnel. And I'm going to write these out so they're clear. Top of the funnel means awareness. This is when people are learning about the problem and trying to name what's happening. Middle of the funnel means consideration. This is when people compare options and try to choose a path. And bottom of the funnel means decision. This is when people are close to buying but need final proof and reassurance. Top of the funnel videos were about the buyer's world, not Brightcore. Stuff like the 5 signs your reporting is lying to you, or why we have a spreadsheet for that, or the real reason deadlines slip even when everyone works hard. These videos aren't salesy, but they're strategic. They attracted the right people and built trust early. Sales helped pick the hooks because sales knew which pain points make prospects say, "That's me." Middle of the funnel videos were where Brightcore started winning comparison battles before the sales call ever happened. Think about it this way. 3 ways companies solve this and which ones fail quietly. Or think about this one. Build versus buy, the honest trade-offs. Or what to look for if you have compliance requirements. This is where sales influence is everything, because sales knows the real competitor story. Not "we're better," but here's the exact scenario where that option will hurt you later. And then bottom of the funnel videos are basically anxiety killers. For example, a real demo in under 12 minutes. What happens after you sign week 1 through week 4? Or how about this one? How security review works and what we provide. Or take a look at this one. Pricing explained without the sales dance. Or a customer walkthrough before and after. These videos do one job. They make the decision feel safe. They also protected sales time because prospects came in educated and sales calls became more fit, not confusion. The research points out how much sales time gets wasted on unfit prospects when teams aren't aligned, and how sales-influenced content helps nurture the prospects that matter. Brightcore also used YouTube Shorts in a smart, non-cringy way. Shorts became doorways, not the whole house. A short clip would hit one sharp idea fast, like Maya saying, "If your team says they're too busy to implement, it usually means they're scared it'll fail. Here's the one planning step that changes everything." And then that short points to the full video. Shorts grabbed attention, long videos built trust, and together they worked like a clean funnel. But none of it would have lasted without the most boring part, the feedback loop. Brightcore built a simple system so this didn't turn into a one-time project. Sales collected objections from calls, emails, and support tickets. Marketing looked for patterns and shipped videos. Then marketing closed the loop by telling sales exactly what got made and when to use it. Sales reported back what helped close deals and what objections were showing up now. That's when the channel stopped being marketing content and became a shared revenue tool. And then something started happening on sales calls that felt almost unfair. Prospects would say, "I watched your implementation video," or "that pricing breakdown answered my questions," or "your comparison video helped me make the case internally." Sales started saying the sentences every marketing team dreams about. They already get it, so I don't have to explain it. Here's the real emotional truth under all of this. Buyers don't want to be sold. They want to feel safe. They want to feel smart. They want to feel like they won't regret this decision later. Your best salespeople already know how to create that feeling one-on-one. YouTube is how to scale that feeling to hundreds or thousands of buyers at once. So if your channel is getting attention but not revenue, don't start by asking, "How do we get more views?" Start with one question. What does sales hear every single day that YouTube could answer once? Then run the play. Pick the top 10 objections. Turn each into a video that sounds like a real conversation, not a brochure. Put a trusted salesperson on camera. Build videos for top of the funnel awareness, middle of the funnel consideration, and bottom of the funnel decision. Keep a feedback loop so sales and marketing stay aligned, because buyers are doing most of the journey alone now. And the company that wins is the one that earns trust before the first call.